You know, after everything we've been through together, you know, me hanging from that tree trying to escape an arranged marriage, and you rescuing me and whisking me off hours through the mountains, and that inn, that perfect inn last night. It's been kind of crazy, but I've also felt far more like myself than I have in a long time. And you know, honestly, now that we're here, it feels very anticlimactic. Main Street looks exactly the same. All the same little shops, same old little church steeple, same faded welcome sign. It's almost like time stopped when I left years ago. Although you're here now, that makes it feel different, you know, less nostalgic, more realistic. Do you always make people feel grounded like this? You make me feel very grounded. Well, I don't know. I suppose I mean that you have this sort of steadying presence about you. You know, like if you weren't here, I would be a nervous wreck. I would have all these thoughts racing through my head, and they're there. Like, because let's face it, this is kind of it's the kind of thing that works out in movies, but in reality, it's just a fool's errand, probably. You know, trying to go back to see if what you thought was real love actually is. It seems a little silly now that I think about it. Now that I'm about to do it, but you have a calming influence, and you haven't treated me like it's silly, and you haven't treated me like I'm being foolish, and so that helps. I might be relying on your opinion a little more than I should, but you know what? Screw it. It is helping me feel more calm. Or maybe you're being a bad influence. That's the other option. I mean, you did escape with me from an arranged marriage, so maybe that's on you. Oh, yeah, that was my idea. I did ask you to take me. Okay. Yeah, but who's the alpha in this relationship? Who's the alpha? You. Clearly, you're the leader. It must have been you. Yes, that's exactly what you're here for. Is to accept the burden of accountability for my decisions. And it's very kind of you to offer. Thank you. That right there, that is good leadership. You're easy to laugh with. Oh, Mrs. Morrison's coffee shop. Still here. Jamie and I used to work here during the summers when we were in high school. You know what? She would probably know where to find him right now. Let's just go in. Yeah? Yeah. Oh, maybe I'm not as calm as I thought. My hands are shaking. Whew. 2 days of anticipation now that I'm here. It is very real and a little terrifying. What if he doesn't remember any of it in the way that I remember it? Oh, yeah, you're right. I should go in alone first. Huh. Okay. Yeah, you're right. You're right. It would be less complicated that way. Will you wait here? Thanks. You know, your support really does mean everything to me. Even if you're not going to be in with me, knowing that you're nearby it's very reassuring. So, thank you. Here goes nothing. Okay. Well, that was enlightening. Not the way I expected it to be, but it was enlightening. Well, okay, Mrs. Morrison was very chatty, very eager to fill me in on all the gossip I've missed. It's her favorite hobby, and so when she saw me, I think her face just kind of lit up. Yeah, I mean, I know she missed me, but also she's definitely had years worth of news to tell somebody. Okay, well, Jamie is still in town. He's engaged, actually. Sophie Brooks. I think I mentioned her. She's the girl who was always more interested in her reflection than anything else. She got him to propose. They're getting married next month, apparently. No, actually, I mean, you would think that I would be heartbroken, but you would think that I would be devastated, but I don't know. I just feel emotionally confused. I feel like something doesn't quite add up. I don't know what I feel. I know I'm not heartbroken. I mean, honestly, I'm not even disappointed. I don't know. I don't know why. Maybe I just didn't. Maybe I just didn't really think that it would pan out. Maybe I knew that I was just kind of grasping at straws, or maybe I somehow knew that it wasn't so much about going back and finding what's real as avoiding what was very real in that proposed marriage. I don't know why it's not affecting me really, but but I know that I'm kind of happy for him, and also kind of weirded out because I mean, seriously, her. Mrs. Morrison told me that he's been working at her father's insurance company now. I mean, she said he's settled down really nice and that he's very practical now, very focused on building a stable future. Practical. We used to write poetry about running away to see the northern lights is now selling insurance policy. And you know, actually hearing it out loud and seeing your reaction to it, I think you get it. I think I think that you understand Jamie better after 2 minutes than I understood him after years. You have this way of seeing through to the truth of things, I think. It's very impressive, really. You don't offer empty comfort. You just help me process this. Thank you. Do I want to still see him? Yeah, maybe I do. I feel like I feel like I need to know if this is really who he's become, or if Mrs. Morrison got it wrong somehow. Do you mind? His office is just down the street. You can see the Brooks Insurance sign. It's the same building where they used to have the old bookstore that Jamie and I would spend hours at. Reading poetry, talking about all the places we'd travel together someday. And now he sells insurance policies and practical financial solutions. Do you see the irony? You do see the irony there, right? You do understand how surreal this feels. Yeah, I thought you would. Do you want to come with me this time? Like, not inside maybe, but just close by? I could appreciate your moral support. Like I said, maybe it's the whole alpha influence thing, but you give me courage. You give me courage I didn't even know that I had. Well, you know what? There's a bakery right next door. Maybe you can hang out there while I go in, and it's where Jamie and I had our first date, actually, if you could call sharing a muffin and talking about books for 3 hours a date. I certainly did. We were 15, and we thought we were so sophisticated. You see that park over there? That's where we used to sit by the pond and plan our future. And when he thought he was going to be a travel writer and I was going to teach literature, and we were just going to see the world together and then come back here and raise a family in this small town who knew how to dream big about things beyond a small town. It seems very naive now, doesn't it? And yet you're not surprised by any of it. You're wise beyond your years, Alpha. I think I'm only just now beginning to appreciate that. Oh, I can see him through the window. See that? At the desk. Talking to that elderly couple, probably about life insurance or retirement planning. Oh. Wow, he looks older. Like, I mean, we are older, but like not just physically, like his mannerisms. Very serious, very professional. He's wearing a suit like a professional person wears a professional suit. Wearing a professional but conservative suit in his suit. He's nothing like the Jamie who used to wear vintage band t-shirts and had ink stains on his fingers from writing constantly. Yeah, you're right. People change. People grow up. Yeah, he found stability. But you can see it. I know you can see it. I can see you looking at him and looking at me. I can see that you see what I'm seeing. We all see it. This isn't just a change from somebody who used to dream big. This is a complete transformation. I feel like I'm looking at a stranger who just happens to share the same name with someone I used to know. You know what I mean, don't you? Yeah. You do. You get it exactly. Okay, well, you know what? Wish me luck. I'm gonna go in. No. No, actually, at this point, I don't have expectations or hopes. At this point, I think I just want to... I think I know how this turned out, so now I just want to put a neat little bow on it for myself, if that makes sense. I mean, it seems like it's silly to have come this far and then not even say hi. Especially since Mrs. Morrison already knows that I've been in town and talked about him. Yeah. Exactly. All right, well, wish me luck. I'll be right back. Well, that was exactly as disappointing as I feared it might be, but I get to come back to you here, and so that makes it bearable. Yeah, no, somehow he didn't even seem surprised to see me. I mean, like, you know, mildly pleased, like running into an old acquaintance at a grocery store. He asked how my aunt was doing, talked about how settled his life had become. Showed me pictures of the house he's buying. Very nice, very sensible, colonial. Literally has a white picket fence and a 2-car garage, so stereotype achieved. Very practical. I asked him if he was happy. He said he was content. And then he said, the most depressing thing, he said contentment was, quote, more realistic than those old fantasies we used to have. I wasn't heartbroken to hear that he was engaged. But, wow. That's what he called our dreams, the things that used to make his eyes light up, and all those conversations that kept us up all night talking about possibilities. He called them just fantasies. And listening to him, like sitting there in that sterile office, listening to him talk about all these practical things, mortgage rates and security and insurance and blah, blah, blah. I kept thinking about you out here, right? Like how our conversations are about things that are still weirdly philosophical and still bigger than the mundane. Like you and I, we haven't grown out of those quote unquote old fantasies. We still talk about doing things that are bigger than we've had planned for us. You and I, we still talk about running our lives the way we want to live them and being more than we were slated to be, being more than people chose for us to be. And when I talk, you listen. And you don't just act like they're fantasies or silly. And I think that's the part that broke my heart for him. It was because that is absolutely dead in him now. And I can't imagine ever losing that in myself. I can't imagine what it must be like for him to live without it. Can you? No, of course you couldn't. Because as big as your life will be, you can still see a way for it to be yours and bigger. You have the intelligence, and you have the depth, and you have the genuine interest in ideas and in dreams. By comparison, it made Jamie's newfound practicality just so hollow. Like he was a ghost of what he used to be. With you, we have real conversations. We actually connect. You know, on something more important than financial security. It made me pity him. Oh. No, I didn't. No, I still didn't feel anything when I was talking to him. Not like that. Just absolutely nothing. No fluttering heart, no excitement, no jealousy, no heartbreak, no nothing that would remind me of why I thought I loved him once. Instead, I just felt sad for him, like I was looking at somebody who was wearing his face but speaking in a very different voice. Have you ever had anybody do that to you? Like just turn out to be something completely different than you remembered them being? Yeah. Yeah, so he spent some time talking about the wedding plans, and then I talked about like our old conversations about traveling, about writing. Like he actually laughed. He said that they were childish dreams, and he said that he was glad to have outgrown them. Who does that? Who is glad to outgrow their dreams? Outgrow your dreams? Your dreams should grow with you. Then he asked me if I was married. This is the worst part of it. This is the worst part. This is the part that made me go, psh, like, just, how did I ever even know this guy? Like, he asked me if I was married. And when I said no, he was confused, right? And not confused in a, like, you're so great. How have you got? How is it nobody snatched you up? It wasn't that. It was surely someone of my standing and inheritance would have made a good match by now. Holy, are you kidding me? Of all the people in the world, he reduced me. He reduced me to a bloodline and an inheritance. Wow. Not personality, not interests, not even looks. Just bloodline and my aunt's money. Like I was a business opportunity that someone had missed. And so, yeah, no, there's nothing there. He barely even looks like the person I thought I loved once upon a time. And this is somebody completely different who has a completely separate moral compass, and I don't understand him. He's not a dreamer. He's not a poet. He's not somebody who sees magic in everyday moments. It's just... So I'm not heartbroken. I'm not devastated. I actually feel relieved. Like, kind of sad that I've been carrying around this image of somebody who's never apparently real to begin with. But I'm more sad for him. I'm not sad for myself. I was so worried about disappointing him at one point, like not living up to his memories of me. But he doesn't even remember who I was. He he looks at me and sees the heiress. He sees the bloodline. He sees the trust fund. And so, is that what he thought of me when we were younger? Is that what he was looking at? I can't even. I can't even. I'm not like you. You see me. You see me. You understand when I say I want to teach. You understand when I love literature. You value my thoughts and my dreams. And you make me feel like being myself isn't just acceptable. You've treated me like being myself is actually kind of wonderful. And I am getting misty. I'm getting a little emotional. Because I've spent the past 2 days getting to know you, and let's face it, we've spent a lot of time in close quarters and on an accelerated path to getting to know each other. Like, I've gotten to know you better in 2 days than I know most people in a year. And so I look at that time and think, I also have spent most of it talking about another guy. So I feel like I wasted a little bit of it, a lot of it, when I could have been focused on you. I realized when I was in the office that I wasn't heartbroken because I wasn't invested anymore. It's somewhere on this trip, somewhere between that tree and this moment, I found something else to care about. I found you. And at the risk of mentioning Jamie again, he said something about contentment being more realistic than passion. But I don't want contentment. I want this spark. I want this understanding. I want this feeling like I've found someone who sees the world the way I do. And you are everything of that. You are intelligent without being pretentious, and ambitious without being selfish, and you are strong without being arrogant, and you listen to my dreams and you make them feel possible instead of naive, and you are here, and you are real, and you are realistic, and you're not just some fantasy from my past. You are here, and you are present, and you are immediate, and you have been choosing to be with me for the past 2 days, and I think that I have been falling in love with you for this whole time without realizing it. And every conversation, every little shared glance, every little moment of understanding, it wasn't just gratitude or friendship. It was recognizing. It was recognizing that I thought that I was trying to escape and run to the love of my past, but I think I was trying to escape, and I think I was running toward the love of my future. Because that's what I feel when I look at you, and I know that it's really fast. I know that it's, again, very silly and romantic and idealistic, but when I talk to you and you smile at something I've said, I think that this is what love is supposed to feel like. Not a desperate fantasy, but also a partnership, and not settling for contentment, but choosing joy. And I don't want to go. I don't want to go back. I don't want to go back to my old life, and I don't want to go back to just fantasizing about uh, people that I thought were someone else. I want this with you. I want whatever this could be together. And I know that that also is kind of crazy to realize that just after 2 days that I would rather risk every potential security and contentment just for the possibility of what this could be. But I would. And it doesn't even feel like a gamble. I want to see what this is and what it could be, and I hope you feel the same way. Please tell me you feel the same way. Hey there, cupcakes. Thank you all for joining me for another story. I hope you like that. If you like that character, you get to know her a little bit better over in my Patreon with some of my spicy stories. She's gonna be in another spicy tomorrow, Sunday, by the time I post this. And also, because I was hanging out in the Bakers and Pound Cakes tier chat this month, we ended up having a conversation where we laughed about puns that adult film parodies of movies. So along with the spicy for this character, there's also going to be one coming up called How to Drain Your Dragon, because how could I not? I hope you will join us over there. Have fun. If you're 18 and over, I hope you'll join us over there. And so thank you all so very much for your support, wherever you give it, whether it's watching here. Thank you very much for your clicks and your likes and your comments and your subscriptions and your memberships. And oh my goodness, and your super thanks, Mushan. So Mushan is always so good. Mushan deserves everybody's thanks because Mushan supports a lot of ASMR artists and a lot of storytellers in the community, and he's just a gem and always appreciated, always so kind, always so much fun to chat with. And Mushan is a treat in and of himself, but also supports the rest of us, and we can't thank him enough. Also, Natko was very kind. Natko was very kind to us on our throne. So you guys are all so good, though. I also would like to welcome my newest patron, Isometric. It's so good to have you. And on that note, I'm going to wrap up today and go play some video games. I've been playing a lot of 76 this week. So, wish me luck on not getting killed, but because I get killed a lot. It's a strategy. It's a strategy. I hope you will all be as good to yourselves as you are to me, and I will talk to you again soon.